Ladies and gentlemen, Clan-Destine Live. Yeah, how you feeling tonight? Clan-Destine Live.
All right.
Gee whiz. We have some special guests, man, from friends in the studio.
Yep.
All right. Are we live? Do we have enough signal to go through space and reach you right now? Are we good?
Are we live?
How's it going? Follow your bliss media. Are we good? Yeah. I believe
Ultra
we're good.
Star.
Alan called the okay. Thank you, Alan. What'd you say to me, Des?
Ultra Star. I said like and share.
Like and share.
Like
Dave
and share.
said comment, like and share. We're on Facebook Live, right? We're live with Clan-Destine.
Special
That's
guest
right.
Barry White.
Special guest.
We're here every Thursday.
Show you right. You know,
Haven't
Barry
missed one
White's
yet.
in the house every Thursday,
Every Thursday.
right?
8:30 on the
Right.
dot.
I just don't leave this room. I just stay here.
Just
and,
planning every-
Thursday comes,
Yep.
everybody shows up. You know,
Smells
this
like
week, man, we have some
Yep.
guests.
In-house guests.
What's this tall guy's name?
Oh, man, actually, wasn't he? He used to be the
Little guy in the
keyboard
back.
player for Clan-Destine. I
Yeah,
think.
way when it originally started. I see it.
And well, our good friend Peter Parr is in the house with.
Yeah, he play, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, he's up
and
to
he
par.
does play golf.
He does play
He's up to
golf.
par.
Yes, yes, definitely.
He's up to par.
Over here on the Cajon, keeping us in time, right? Good friend, I called him up, and we've been talking about doing some, working together, playing some music, some collaboration. Great Cajon player, and he's also a wonderful healer, and a great guy. I met him, and Nacho, I'm really glad you're here. So, how is it, Nacho Verdugo? How do you Verdugo? Okay, I read it, but I said say it right now. I'll do a thing here. Nacho Verdugo, right? Verdugo. Right, you're gonna share some Cajon. I sent these guys some files the other day and said, "Here's the songs we're gonna play. Is that cool?" And then, right, yesterday.
Yesterday.
Is that cool? You're right. There's a couple chord changes. Not really big deal, but of course I've been playing that same song for 20 years right here. Are you ready?
In the same room.
We're playing tomorrow. I know it's Notorious Des. He had I don't know. You had a week to learn like
Tarzan.
15 songs, right?
1,500.
1,500.
Just cranking them out over there.
Tarzan. Des Tillman. And over here's what? Crow?
Bro,
Who's
where?
that guy?
Who?
Over there? Over here?
He's under the lights, man.
Oh yeah.
Look at this.
They love putting lights on me. I swear. They just want to put every light they can
I've been
find.
asking for pink gels, and I
Said,
haven't got
Des,
them yet.
no
I
light.
have to
To get
go
one
some
blue light,
pink
Crow. Here, I'm
gels,
gonna put
kinda
this
some
light, this
rosy
light.
tint,
Well,
You
rosy
need to get
tint,
blasted
you know.
with lights, Crow. I know.
then
Well,
you need to wear your sunglasses.
We're all
like me.
competing to talk right now, and I'm going to get aggressive
Hey,
too
I'm
because
gonna
I'm on
talk right now,
defense
too.
right now. I don't know, maybe special teams or something,
That's what I would join.
right? We're
the
going to be
kicker.
talking about some sporting events. One of them being the big game, right? NFL's big game anyway, the Super Bowl. Is that what it's called?
The Super Bowl.
I think they
Bowl
play
of
with something that looks a little similar to this.
I don't know if you can show that. Can you show it?
It doesn't look like a pig to me, but
Oh, yeah.
It's a pigskin, bro.
pigskin.
So we had some other guys. I think they're going to make some comments, some of our friends.
This
kind
one
of
feels deflated.
I
don't
need to
know.
be,
Uh,
I guess, told what the game is, what the predictions are. So the big game, the Super Bowl, Dave, what do you think, man?
Well, I was going to comment on Crow's thing about all the bright lights. That's why I wear shades, because of the bright lights.
I thought it was your future, man.
Your bright future.
So bright, he's got to wear sunglasses.
It is. It is also the bright future.
See, that's
Awesome.
There's nothing on
But
this.
no, I'm looking forward to the game. I'm a football fan, love football, and looking forward to that, to Sunday. Yep, for sure.
Sunday.
And nothing against anything, but I want the Eagles to go ahead and land it.
Oh, what?
Aren't the Redskins in it?
No.
At the 50-yard line, they're watching it, aren't they?
Yeah, the cowgirls, along with the cheerleaders.
I don't know. Sunday, I know I'm gonna be living it up at the Bird's Nest, right? Waste Management Open. Dave and I are going to, and it's Ultra Star Sunday at the Bird's Nest, right? At waste management.
Yeah.
Somebody said, what does it mean, Pete? Maybe you know what it, I heard someone say it's the People's Open now.
The People's Open.
I don't know.
I don't know. They have a good time there. Everybody got to look up the 16th hole, man.
I know,
Phoenix,
right?
Arizona, the only place it's allowed to where you can. Oh, jeez.
Do that kind of stuff, man.
Ha! Wake up! Get going.
You're crazy.
Get drunk and make a mess.
We're in here.
Well, you know, the People's Open. In other words, Akchin. I know Akchin's a big presenter there, and they help out a big. You'll see that logo, and Akchin helps, and actually is the owner of Ultra Star.
Multitainment Center.
Multitainment Center.
Yo, gotta
Well,
go
we'll
there.
be in 2 weeks. Ooh, on
what?
location show, right?
Yeah, we have an announcement. We'll be on location at Ultra Star on February 14th for Valentine's Day.
All right. Valentine's Day special, Clan-Destine Live coming at you. We're going to
to
be real romantic there.
Yeah, bring your best gal. I mean, your only gal.
That's when I will.
What?
Well, I'm going to speak like Barry White all night. You know. Hey, I think Angel Fernandez is hanging out with us tonight. What's up, Angel?
Send
Man,
me
we can
an
count on you.
angel.
Man, we got to get you over here and set up the tea center.
I know, that'd
and
be
a
awesome.
Little hangout right here. Man, right?
Tea time.
Perfect. We've got the right tea. Veronica brought us some awesome tea. Tom shared us some tea with us. I think Anthony, you know, you owe us some herbal tea, dude. Anthony's on audio tonight. What's up, Anthony?
All right, Anthony.
We're talking about the Management Open, Waste Management Open, that is, and Super Bowl. Who's sponsoring the Super Bowl? NFL? Everybody?
Sponsoring?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I
a
mean,
bunch
like
of
a main sponsor, you know?
Susan,
I don't
Susan
know.
B. Coleman? or whatever
Presenting?
it's called.
Oh, wow. It's not us, so let's not say the name too many times. We're not
Yeah,
flying the
well,
logo.
I know,
or anything.
yeah, they haven't given us tickets yet, or we're
But
not
we
playing
can
at the
say
halftime
Ultra
show.
Star.
We'll be at the halftime show though, one of these days.
Hey, what's a
Halftime show.
Mohaka?
Oh, by
What'd
the
you call
way,
me?
speaking of Anthony, it's his birthday, man. Coming up here.
What?
Yeah, happy birthday, Anthony.
Happy birthday.
That's all I can play.
Yeah.
That's all you can say.
That's all I can say.
Arctic
Sorry.
Medicine's
So-
in the house.
Auric Medicine. Right. He changed their name to Arctic Medicine when he sang birthday songs, though, because
Back from their festival?
thing, you know. Man, how was the festival? How was the festival? Gem and Jam last week and we have some update videos. You brought us some content, huh? We're gonna share that. Man, Crow's getting a mic over there so we
Hello?
can hear you. What? Hello? Well, there's a lot of opinions about a lot of things, but I know no one was offended that you performed at Gem and Jam. I can definitely guarantee that. I can.
What's
saw
up?
some of the stuff.
We got Steve here. We got Steve. What up, Steve?
Steve, what up, fellas?
All right, Steve.
What's a
Gatlin.
Mahaka?
What's up, Maka? I'm still
What
awake
up,
in the
brother?
Maine State.
What's a Mahaka, Steve?
Yeah,
Can't
what
go
is it,
against
man?
the freaking Tom Brady. Tom Brady.
Oh man, he's talking about Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Oh, come on.
Is
the
that your
Eagle-
prediction,
the Eagles
man?
gotta fly, Steve.
Come
Come on, bro.
How many people can be wrong with how many rings, Dave?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know.
Are you with
Tom's
that?
got enough rings. He only has so many fingers. Where's he gonna put the next one?
You can put 2 on 1.
I got a prediction for Sunday. I am gonna successfully eat nachos somewhere that day. Right?
Nacho.
Maybe.
Shout out to Nacho, man.
Shout out.
I was trying to segue into some, so you could promote something. Where's Nacho's mic, man? Who cut him out here?
It's on the
Being
floor.
shy.
He's like, I'm not picking that up.
Oh, okay.
It's behind him, yeah.
It's one in front
Well,
of you.
we're going to do open discussion and let everybody talk a little bit about these events and what they mean, you know. I think everybody have, I don't know, a different viewpoint on the Super Bowl, on the Waste Management Open. You know, you can have your opinion, you can look at things. Here in Arizona, I know the Open brings a lot of work for a lot of people. So, you know, the G's asking me to explain. Explain what, man? What? Tell me. I don't even know what football is, dude. What are you saying?
Yeah, what's a Mahaka?
Yeah, what is a Mahaka? Tell us, Steve. Oh no, I'm filing calling the fifth. You can put it in writing, sir.
Tell them.
If you have any complaints, please send them to our complaint department. We only accept complaints twice a month,
They're all on
bi-yearly.
Yeah, on index cards though.
Every leap year.
Yeah, all
It's
on
got to be on an
index
index card.
you know. That new form of storage, you know.
140
Information.
characters minimum.
140 characters minimum on an index card.
Yeah.
What if I have a big Sharpie though? Just write FU on it, or I heart
you. You just say I'm pissed.
right?
Pissed.
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 Pete's back here quiet, like he's shy or something. This guy's never quiet when we're golfing, man.
Because I'm laughing.
Right?
He can't say those kinds of words in our show.
Man, it's all groovy. I think we're still live. Are we still live? Man, our signal was something else, man.
Is it
and
strong?
It's
Is it
how I
football
say
strong?
I think Bradley like.
Mahaka.
What? Just
Oh, hey, Mahaka.
That's
like
how it
motherfucker.
differs.
That's how you get away with it with the
Those
kids
are
around.
Mahakas
Funny
right there.
speech.
That's how the Jew says. Bunch of Mahakas.
How do you say motherfucker?
Mahaga.
Motherfucker.
I'll be in the store using that now. Mahaga.
Here's Mahaka over here.
Man, we have a lot of stuff to share with you. We've been doing some filming. Dave and I have been meeting with good friends. We hung out and talked with Richard Brininger of Club West Golf today. That was awesome. It's a great thing to see somebody succeed and open up a new thing and breathe life into the community, literally. Man.
Literally. Yeah, and when he was rejuvenating the golf course that he has, there was people that actually literally cried, you know, because he cleared the brush and they got to see the course again for the first time in like 10 years or so.
Right, so it was literally
So he
getting
did- he
the
did
tumbleweeds out of there.
rejuvenate. Yeah, all get
Man,
to see.
club. So we were over there, but we have a video, and I guess I mention it because it's always good, and we're going to share his info, and you'll be able to call in and book your tea time. I also went over to the factory, Health and Performance. My friend Tom showed me, you know, what he's doing over there with all ages, children and adults. We're exercising, keeping it true. We'll show a video later. And we'll get to where we're talking about the Super Bowl, like I said, and the Waste Management Open. And it's important to me to discuss it as the person I am, and I'm a citizen of the United States. I'm a Lakota warrior, Lakota guy, right? There's there's controversy, there's heartwarming things, there's commercials. For me, I'm looking forward to the halftime, literally the Super Bowl. I'm usually the guy that is tuned in and everyone's running to the fridge to get something at halftime. That's when I'm recording, right? What music is it? You know?
Justin Timberlake's going to be
All
on.
right.
That's Justin Timberlake.
That's like
Yeah.
my best friend
Justin Bieberly.
in my head.
JT.
No wonder Crow didn't tell us anything. What do you have only
I'll
limited
actually be.
tickets or
I'll
what?
be at the game. Yeah, I'm going.
You have like 2. All right, just get
Actually,
one more.
I'll be in the halftime show. Be dancing with JT.
Man, this
I call him
weekend,
JT.
there's going to be a lot of parties, good times. You have any issues with partying, Dave?
Hell no.
All right, man. Yeah, me neither. I have a good time no matter where I go.
Good time, all the time.
They've invented partying. You know what happens at parties, right, Dave?
seems so right. I said so right to me, but I know, yeah, and I've been told many times, you know, to stay away. That's right, stay away from you. So why don't you help me understand those reasons why? Hey, now I wanna make, I said make sweet love to you under the moonlight. It's alright the way you move, man, me feel like a man, yes, right. Last night, we've gotta make this last more than just, that's right, one night. And yes, the things that you said, hey, now you made me feel, I said, feel so good. But I know, and I've been told, you know, many times to run away, that's right, run away from you. So why don't you help me understand those reasons why? Hey, now I wanna make, I said, sweet love to you under the moonlight.
Down and Dirty with David A. Montour.
Good job, you guys. For no.
Dave keeps posting so everywhere.
So.
We just call her So.
So serene.
And
Face
Ash.
melting leads.
Face melting leads, my guys.
So.
What's up, G?
Thanks, Steve.
Her real name is Serene. So serene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Ash. Thanks for being here, too. We just talked about Serene. Gosh.
I know.
Anthony,
Right.
Anthony, we need to turn
Can we
up
get
our,
some Cajon in the monitor, please?
yeah, please.
Get some more. Yeah, the cone needs more distortion in the monitor. Some
Some more signal, please.
Yeah. We need more cojones in the cajon.
I need some more cajon. Need some more cajon.
Yeah, you hear us talking about Steve Gatlin? Age. Speaking of, right?
Comedy Club.
Talking about Steve Gatlin. He's the drummer on many tracks of Clandestine songs. You can hear him on, I think, 3 albums and
Gnarly.
a lot of music. Right?
Talk about face melting hat work.
Right.
Check out, what was that? Seeker?
Oh man, we're gonna be highlighting that, man. It's trees, gooch.
Oh, trees. Yeah, I mean trees. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, we have a segue for that too, because man, that was a workout. You know.
Or
We're
name
gonna
the
be-
Gatlin gun.
The Gatlin gunner.
Yeah, face melting hat work.
Well, we want to show a little bit of comedy or an update. Dave and I went out to Ultra Star and we attended the DT comedy show. David Trujillo was cordial enough to give us passes and invite us into the VIP. We made some videos, hung out with the comedians, had a good time, right?
Yeah, that was fun.
It's cool, man. And so check it out. Highlight of the DT comedy show.
Man, the host, the creator of the DT Comedy Show, DT Trujillo. Let's go, y'all. We got a packed house. Where's DJ at? He's smoking weed? Come on, DJ, put that music up a little bit. Come on, y'all, DT Trujillo.
What's up? This is Cano, Clandestine Live, hanging out. GT Comedy Show, what's up?
Hey, y'all know what time it is, man. We out here representing my boy Julio Gonzalez.
These people are crazy in a good way.
Talking about it's awesome time. Great time, great crowd. Clan-Destine
Live.
Shout out to the president. Make sure y'all tune in, support the movement.
Right on, right on.
We got Julio Gonzalez, Subway.
If you were here tonight, your face would have hurt. The back of your neck would have hurt. So hopefully they'll be doing it live pretty soon so you guys can see it.
Oh, y'all
You
better-
don't even need to get up out the couch no more to
Y'all
enjoy live comedy.
Y'all better be glad they didn't have this shit live tonight. You done looked at comedy totally different than how you look at it now. Live entertainment. Shout out to Clan-Destine one time.
That's right, man. Clandestine and Ultra Star Multitainment.
That was the quickest 2 minutes of my life.
Man, Dave's getting compliments on his harmonica works. What's up, Josh Hooper?
All right, that's my nephew. Thank you, nephew.
That's your nephew.
Actually,
Did you
yeah,
pay him to
Josh
say that,
Hooper,
man?
yeah.
Hey, man.
Good skills. Yeah, well, thankful to be able to breathe enough to do it, you know.
I've heard it said that the harmonica is very healing for people that need breath work and strengthening of their lungs and stuff. For real,
Yeah.
be pretty good prescription to get, huh? You must play harmonica 6 times a week. Right. What do you think? I mean, you see Nacho here sitting on a cajon, but I also asked him to come in because he's also a clinician of sorts. And I'll hand you this mic and just tell us a little bit, I guess, who you are.
Well, I am a practitioner of natural wellness. I've been in some form of wellness or healing for over 30 years. Can't go into much more than that because it starts to reveal age, but chronologically. Yeah. So, started in the medical field, spent a lot of time in burns and trauma, got into physical rehabilitative medicine, eventually wound up studying myotherapy at what is now SWIHA, started as SWIM, Southwest Institute of Myotherapy. got into energy work initially through the martial arts and then into the Reiki systems and what have you. And for the last 25 years, I've been focusing primarily on natural wellness. I wound up actually having a major download of an energy system, a frequency that I titled Sophia Synergy. It's a form of Reiki. So as far as energy work between the Qigong and the Reiki type of work and the hands-on, that's what I've been doing. So very honored to be able to work into someone's personal space as such. So,
Right on.
yeah.
Well,
thank you.
I like the natural progression when we met, and now you're in the room.
Thank you.
And then I just want to mention, because I've been listening to this is in my play,
Desert
and I've been using
Mystics?
this. Yeah, Desert Mystics. Nacho handed this to me, DNA here, channeling light into sound. And Desert Mystics is a trio that was created in the concept of creating and playing organic sounds for healing as well as movement.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
What wound up happening is I have an event called Ignite the Light. It's had different names as it transforms. The name changed, but for, I would say, the last 15 years at least, it's been known as Ignite the Light. So I've played with different musicians. I've played a lot of kirtan, percussions for kirtan, with a lot of the Sikh artists that come through, Yoga Phoenix and what have you, have put little groups together and wound up meeting these individuals that actually came to attend the events initially. One of them plays Native American flute, and the other plays didgeridoo.
Yiggy yiggy. Yiggy yiggy.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I know. Yiggy,
So
yiggy,
what
yeah,
wound up
yeah.
happening is we're all pretty much self-taught. We're all Reiki masters, and kind of put them together and help them learn how to play together. They were just kind of working on their own. And it came to me that actually what we were doing was channeling light into sound. And first CD was out last year, Desert Mystics. DNA is basically our initials, but it also came to me to use that because our concept is the sound, such as the sound here, affects people's DNA. So the idea is when the music is that heartfelt and with that intention, it goes into the cells. So absolutely, absolutely. The Mother Earth drum, you know that, absolutely, yeah.
I'm gonna hand this over to Serene. She's our in-house. She's discussed Reiki with me a little bit, and part of the reason, and bridge the gap, if you will, as to why we have Nacho with music and Reiki and Clan-Destine Live, because we've had the tag health and wellness, right? But to me, in my culture, in my way, my life, there's no separation between entertainment and science and medicine and politics and
Absolutely.
healing and spirituality. It's just one thing. So with that, I think I wanted to hand the mic over there because it's important to balance out the tone of voice and also male and female energy in the room, right? And with that, Serene, tell us a little bit. I guess you practice Reiki, and I know I'm going to a movement and a dance class that you're having on Monday next week, right?
Yes, my first class. It's funny because actually Nacho was one of my teachers when I was learning Reiki. So,
You all right?
okay,
Let's make sure.
I'm hiding.
Step up.
Okay. Nacho
Get your
was one of my
Reiki on.
teachers. And I remember when in one of the first Reiki classes, Reiki 1 and 2, when you came in with your music and you were encouraging people to dance. And this was like right around the time when I was like starting to get comfortable in my body. So I wasn't like ready to quite like get up and dance. But I remember.
Really? There was a time?
Yeah, there definitely was
But
a
when
time.
she did,
The rest of the world felt it.
But I remember just like sitting there and like you said, just like close your eyes if you don't want to get up and just feel it. And that was like, to me, I feel like that's where like Reiki kind of clicked for me, is like through the music. And now I take that concept and that energy into my dance, and that's what guides me through my dance. And I think the music is where that started because it was something that I could like grasp onto, you know, like my conscious mind could grasp on, oh, this is music going through me. And as I like evolved and learned more about Reiki, I realized that it's the Reiki, and it's connected to the music, which is connected to my body, and like, yeah, it's all connected.
Absolutely, absolutely. No separation, as you were saying, Cano.
Yeah, right. Because I know you all hear that E note right now, right? You can hear it, but I think you feel it more so, right?
I feel it in the vertebrae.
I still don't know what Reiki is, though.
You have to come get a session.
I know I got to come to a session. I'm going to learn what Reiki is.
Reggae.
Reggae?
Because it's important with Reiki to understand its energy. Look, Gina says hi.
Yeah, I saw
What's
that.
up,
Hello,
Gina?
Gina.
All right. So what's your story, Gina?
Gina's a
What's up?
natural healer herself.
Right. Awesome. Well, she understands when I say that Reiki and the energy of healing modalities and things, when I say it's not separated, that's why it was important to me to bring up the Super Bowl or the Waste Management Open, because there's thousands, if you will, millions of people viewing, and they're coming to this game. It's a game of competition. It's a game of sport. There's a lot of interaction. There's a lot of commerce. There's sponsors. But it really comes down to, I think one thing we can't forget is that the players have to be in tip-top shape. Those guys spend their lives forming and making sure their bodies are ready for performance. They're at the top of their physical ability, I would believe, I don't know. I'm not going to try to run a race with them, right? If you can believe it or not, Pete, I played, I played strong safety, and I played, I tried to play halfback, but that's dangerous,
you told me you were a tight end.
Yeah, well, that's
Still
that's
is.
by nature. That's by nature, tight end,
Still
right?
is.
But I played strong safety, and I remember getting tackled by a couple guys your height, and sometimes just as wide as they were tall, it felt like, and I saw stars a couple times. From then on, I'll be on defense, Strong safety, strong left. I can run pretty fast, but as you can tell, 5'8", 150 pounds, probably not going to make it to the NFL, right? I don't know.
By the way, speaking of, this is the guy that got me into golf, was Pete. Yeah.
Oh, right. Why'd you start playing golf, though? Because, I don't know, I remember playing a lot of basketball at your house. I remember rollerblading. This guy, though, I got to say, Dave, man, this dude, I met him and knew him about a couple months. And I was all proud. I called him up after Christmas. And remember, we used to go and hang out at his place all the time. Yeah. Remember, basketball hoop. And after Christmas, Dave, I got a pair of rollerblades, man. Oh, top of the line. Oh, cool. Cool, man. So did I. Bring him over. So I come over, and I did not think Dave ever rollerbladed or anything, and I didn't. I don't know. I guess I must be dumb. He had ice skate. You did ice skating, right? Playing
hockey.
Hockey. All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, to sum it up, Dave puts on the rollerblades, and I'm thinking I'm cool because I'm fast, can do a few things. And Dave immediately backwards. He's like spinning around. He looks like a figure skater, right? Literally.
He was hitting balls like over 250 yards when I first showed him how to pick up a club. Automatically natural. And yeah, the whole thing about being big too. I don't really get it because The Rock is like 6'4", 6'5", like 250. That's the same as me, but I don't look like that.
Yeah, Ash says you do. Hey, that's all right, man.
Your pecs are a little bit more like boobs.
Yeah, I'm definitely a B cup.
Well, at least you got something to hold when you're by yourself.
I know, yeah. That's the good thing about having man boobs. Man, this feels good.
It's all right. I heard a story, though, that Pete showed you golf, because, I don't know, man. What's the story about the game at 21 here, guys?
Oh, I know, huh?
Talking about competition, Pete. I don't know. I heard a thing, man. You ever beat Dave at 21? He's claiming something, Pete. I don't know. We may have to take it to the court
No, man,
later.
I was actually close. I was close one time.
Anthony's racing his hand over there.
He knocked me down, and I blew up my ACL.
Oh, man. See, that was a serious
Dirty.
court, man.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Place for keeps.
I know,
Playing
man.
for
There was
keeps.
nobody around, too, so I had to pick his ass up and carry him to the car, man. True story, man.
True story.
Yeah, it was cool, though, but, yeah, it's because of golf, or Pete Beat, though, that I got interested in golf and never wanted to do it until I read 3 articles that said all the same thing is a lot of money gets made on the course. I haven't made none yet, but I still love playing. But anyway, I swung the clubs and I got hooked to the wicked sticks.
Right. Are you saying that because of the IRS, or I mean, because
Yeah, really.
on the, I know that Willie Nelson and people like that. There's a lot of wagers going on the out on the greens. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know there was wagers at Dave's house on the court. Do you remember that court, Anthony? I don't know, man. I'm really good at free throws. You really and I'd go to Dave's court, and we're on a drive, and I swear, man, that would be on Dave be laughing at us, and the court was the rim was like this. Don't you think, Pete?
Yeah, it was big.
Rim was a little bit like this, and Dave had it down. He could make every shot, man. I don't know.
Shenanigans, Dave.
Right?
That's from hanging on the rim.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Comic
He,
relief.
he always deflates his basketball, too.
Yeah.
So, with the other night when I mentioned the Super Bowl, and I want to segue into the sports thing, the athletics competition, commerce, we talked about money being made, and I heard the word being Reiki said again, energy, different things. I don't know, when you bring up the Super Bowl, Dave and I used to joke a lot. I don't actually watch football. I literally didn't know who was in the Super Bowl until about 4 or 5 days ago. And I still don't really know anything. I played football. I know who the teams are, but don't pay attention. I literally have said, well, you won't see me in a jersey either. You won't see me with the sticker on my car. And is it because of some big principle? Kinda, I guess. Once I'm on payroll, I'll sport a jersey, man. I don't know. I don't see any of those guys sporting a Clan-Destine shirt. You're welcome to. You're welcome to sport my Clan-Destine shirt. But at this point, I'm not going to be wearing an NFL jersey, especially at that price, unless I'm on your payroll.
You sure you don't want to sleep in it? It's a nice PJ.
Sleep in a jersey? What do you
Big
think?
PJs,
I'm going to pass the mic back there because we're doing an open discussion, and I'm just talking. So, but continue talking. What do you think? I had said something about the Super Bowl, well, as I aged, I understood what an event like this meant to the world, I guess, or to human beings. And this event can be sacred. An NFL jersey can be sacred to a family.
Yeah,
I know
it
Steve,
brings a lot of peace to people.
Gatlin that we were chatting with. I know Pete. Do you share these moments like your son or your family, your dad, but uncles? There's friends that if it wasn't for football, perhaps maybe you wouldn't have the same relationship.
Yeah.
You find that at all, or
second Christmas? In a way, you all get together and enjoy it and all that good stuff.
Right.
And speaking of that, Ash here, her mom was a cheerleader in the NFL for the Green Bay Packers, man.
Really?
My mom was a Packer cheerleader. Hi, Mom. She's. Hi, Mom.
I know, come up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm from Green Bay. Oh no, it's okay. This is all good. We're good here. But yeah, I'm from Green Bay, Wisconsin, so I know all about football and how that can really bring forth a lot of energy, and Green Bay really wouldn't be what it is today without the Packers, so completely understand that. I know all of those games. My dad owned a tailgate bus for the Packers. My mom was a Packer cheerleader, so they definitely, that's a big part of their lives. That's a big part of everyone's lives out there.
A lot of good family memories, though, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Going to games, getting all dressed up, going tailgating, throwing a football around. I won the punt passing kick of my state for a couple years in a row.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, football. Throwing the pigskin. Is that pigskin, Crow? Your mom was really a Packers cheerleader. That's awesome.
Yeah, she was the last round of Packer cheerleaders before they started moving over to using the
Robots.
college. Yeah, robots.
Damn robots.
Before they moved to
Before the
cyber
AI robots came in.
leaders. Well, speaking of robots and commerce, right? Green Bay Packers and helping the whole city. And I know the Open is going to help a lot of people here in the Valley have work. The Super Bowl is going to have all types of people invoicing each other, right? So let's cut to a commercial break. These are our Super Bowl commercials.
All right. Best part of the Super Bowl. Kick flip. Kick flip. Kick flip. Kick flip.
You can do the kickflip. For only $18.95, get your instructional video. Do the kickflip. You can do the kickflip.
Kick flip.
Flip a kick.
Kick flip. Kick flip.
Send a self request envelope to 2525 Kickflip Avenue, Kickflip, USA 59551.
Down to the factory in Seatown. We'll help you out with your health and performance. Make your exercise more impactful. The Factory Health and Performance.
We're gonna be there soon. We're gonna be there soon. Someday, baby, maybe someday, I don't know, maybe someday, baby, maybe someday. Back in the States, Sam's Wednesday. Should learn to like this past week. Share it with you, baby, one of these days. One of these days. Coming from a faraway country. Don't know if I can make it work right. Holding on to the numbers that you gave me. Just hoping I can get you on the line. We're gonna be there soon.
How are you today, Tom?
Well, sir, how are you?
I'm good.
Excellent, excellent.
All right.
Welcome to the factory.
Yeah, I'm filming you in 4K for Clan-Destine Live.
Excellent.
Thought I'd get right to it. Man, it looks great. I didn't want to bother that.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, so we're getting ready to go over some of our squat foundation and jump prep for our youth. This is a ages 5 to 9 class. We run Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Can you tell us about the rope exercises a little bit?
So the battle rope exercise, we added in a little bit of agility there. So primarily that's going to be an upper body strength exercise, but adding in the footwork, shuffling side to side, able to work in more agility and footwork into that component.
Excellent. So you're actually, I noticed the stopwatch.
Yes.
And I noticed the lines on the turf here. Yeah, we're serious.
Definitely serious.
All right,
These
I'll let
are
you get back to
future
it.
Olympians right here.
Yeah.
Party on.
Party on. We've been floating
Crow.
while y'all got
Party
it
on,
around
Des.
here.
Game on. Well, we want to come back and talk a little bit more and actually ask, and I'll allow some other people to talk, man. Once again, I don't know, what do we say? My ego's so big, you can't even see Des behind me, man. Look at this. Oh, man. So, as I said, the Super Bowl evokes much emotion and different types of opinions. And I think everyone has that. Not everybody's excited for the Super Bowl. There's people who are just going to go grocery shopping.
Get some good food.
You
It's a
know?
good excuse.
I haven't watched the Super Bowl
Or
in
like
10
yourself,
years.
Cano. Yeah, or like yourself, they're just gonna watch the halftime show or look at the commercials.
Commercials are the best part.
The commercials. I don't know, some of these stuff, like I could, by experience, speaking, I know when I played football, it was not my culture, definitely a different culture. The coach and I definitely weren't him and I weren't going to be hanging out. I haven't seen him since, right? But I know where my music teacher is now, if that means anything, right? So when I brought it up in the room, though, and we talked about the Super Bowl, there's different, like I said, different opinions. And I really want to get everybody's kind of like, if you can give me a one-liner, what it means or doesn't mean, because in the society we live in, we can't ignore it, right? And I'm talking because I come from a place of, myself, I'm not an activist, actually. I'm very active, and I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm a musician and an artist. But in the activist world, there's a lot of reasons why maybe you wouldn't feed into the corporate level of things, or whatever the opinion is. Myself, as I said, as I got older, things changed. I used to be very disrespectful of the NFL or the Super Bowl. The NFL was a non-profit, I don't know, do your research. Look at my Facebook, see who I am, right? See what I think about a non-profit and where that money should go. But they were a non-profit just not too long ago, right? And I don't know, what does that mean? I know some big non-profits have supported and sponsored the NFL. How much of that money went to the cause? I don't know, right? Who knows? But I know a lot of people that were working straight up. This is where I learned. So if I work events, it was a great year when the Super Bowl came to the Valley when I was working staging. I made some bank. I got some good checks. So, hey, cool. And then that was part of what opened my eyes. Like, okay, I'm not an athlete. But some of that thing came from not fitting in with the sports. I chose the wrong place. I was a musician. So anyway, with that, what do you think about the Super Bowl?
Well, check this out. I don't know if it's is even pertinent or not, but our country was founded in war. Our country is a history of its wars. And if you think of football in general, it's a war on field, and everybody's rooting for their side.
Yeah.
It's
pretty
one
good.
way to look at it, I
Pretty
guess.
good, yeah.
Right. Little lesson.
I'm not saying I
Some
don't enjoy it
perspective right
watching
there.
it, but, that's really what it is.
Well, you say that with some reluctance too, and I know why, because I can't say I'm a pacifist, but I understand viewing. I just went and saw the movie Dunkirk. I mean, that's historical. That's why I went and saw it. My father was in that war. I have to respect those veterans. I'm very much a supporter of our militaries, but I understand what you're saying. On the other end, what about all the other controversy? Man, there's a lot of stuff. There's logo stuff. I heard one of the baseball teams decided to put away the native logo, right? So we have the
Wahoo.
the Indians,
Chief Wahoo,
right? They put away Chief Wahoo, and maybe it was time. I don't know. I know there was an acquaintance of ours, actually, Chris, someone put a bill to hinder the Redskins from showing up with their logo here at Cardinals Stadium.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's obviously the head trauma issue, and you can make a
CTE,
controversy,
yeah,
CTE, right?
absolutely.
And of course on Facebook we can make a controversy with anything, man. Yeah, I don't like peanut butter because, when you have chocolate, right, crunchy or creamy, and eggs are bad for you. No, they're not. They're good for you.
Oh, the white part's
Right?
good. No way, only the yellow
The
part's
what?
good.
And coffee's not wet.
And coffee's not wet. Do it dry. Instant. No. Ground bean. No.
Mainline it.
Maybe just chamomile tea, maybe.
Mainline mate.
It's funny, man.
Shout out to mate.
Shout out to Montour, right?
Yerba
Our
mate.
coffee. We do have coffee, right? We're going to be packaging, and we do have packaged coffee, right? Clan-Destine Live is going to have their own roast. You'll be able to order that soon. Roasted by...
Who's going to get roasted?
We're gonna have our
Who's
roast.
going to get roasted?
I think we're all going to get
toasted.
roasted later.
Look, I can't even
Shout
see
out. It's
Des.
being roasted on Storm Mountain up in Colorado
I
on the
got
side of the
roasted before I got
mountain. Right? You got roasted and you did what? No, there's another controversy though, man, and it's relative to this group of people, because I know, well, I have faith and I pray and I also support different things. I know what the meaning of I guess symbolism is. You can make a lot of symbology. You can make a lot of statement with just a body movement, and body movements can mean different things, right? So here we are, and we're at the NFL, and there's a whole bunch of guys that are kneeling. And as last time I knew, I was kneeling because I was humble, and I don't know the thing. Like I said, I haven't even watched the NFL, but I've heard a lot of the blowback on pros and cons of it. And I don't
Pros
know.
and cons?
I think a lot of times there's things that people do before they do research, and there's a lot of times opinions that people make before they do the research. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought
absolutely true.
Go ahead.
I thought football is kind of stupid, like a simple game. It's really simple. But then you start learning, like, if you've ever played Madden, you start realizing there's a lot of strategy. Like you said, it's like a war.
Yeah, very strategic.
So there's
with
stuff
the
going on.
recommended play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so complicated.
Yeah, because I didn't play football, as you can tell. But Madden really opened that door, and I think that did for a lot of people too, to get to see what the theory is behind all that, and that's pretty cool. I haven't watched a football game, and I don't know what the last one I watched was. But pretty cool stuff going on.
But he
there
knows
in
how
that
to
regard.
play guitar.
Yeah,
and that's
you wanna
one
watch
of
football. Go for it. I don't.
That's one of the points, is that the game has gotten extremely commercial, where there is a strategy to it, and an art to it in a sense, and a lot of people look at it and basically see the violence, but which people can see what they want to see, but there is that strategy, there is that competition, the way that athletes have developed. In fact, I got into natural wellness and the healing aspect through athletics, learning how to keep the body well, rehabilitating the body from injury, so on and so forth. But back to what you're saying, that becomes very commercial And then because it's very commercial, it eventually becomes political. So, you know.
Well, just like politics or news today, sometimes we're thinking that now is worse than it ever has been, you know, and if you really do the history, how violent is the game compared to the leather helmet days or even before that?
Brutal.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, look at rugby.
Basically everything's about perception, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's always
because,
about perception.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I was doing this one time, and what are you doing?
Now, what do you think it is?
I said,
Now,
I'm
what do you think
mashing
it is?"
potatoes, man. Leave me alone.
Perception is very important, right? Very important factor to before you make your opinion, man. Before you make your opinion, man. Well, you know, with that being said, too, you're trying like being inspired into your health and wellness by sports. You know, or like you're saying, it's a tragedy, it's tragic for sure, but strategy
At
in
times.
war, right?
Yeah, right.
I said that the other night too when we discussed the Super Bowl or something like that. I thought about history and I thought about, oh man, okay. If we study and we look at our civilizations and the world as it's gone, man, we've gone from different types of people over and over again, you know? You can see where the warrior battled and he conquered the city. But when he conquered, he had riches and he had lavish lifestyle and a nice couch to sit on. And when you do that, you start getting a little bit softer and a little bit leaner. Maybe you're not going to the gym a little more, you know, because you're comfortable. Now you're a king. You're getting all this food and you're not thinking about battle anymore. And you're going... You're reading a lot more. That's good, man. Educating the kids. Oh, man, your son, you don't want him to fight like you did. You give him a book, man. You give him all the art you can, right? And as you get older,
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm a fierce warrior, man, but I wanted my son to read.
And you can do both.
Right? But as I get older and as I pass, how does my son pass on the warrior skill? What if I go? How does he keep the kingdom? How does he defend what he has if I only gave him the intellectual knowledge?
Right. Well, to me, the warrior is an archetype that we all have. It's just at a different amount or whatever in each individual. So you can claim to be a warrior for basically any cause.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like that type of battle. I mean, there's no doubt people that are doing a lot of the activists, I mean, they are warriors for a specific cause. You know, the game is just a different type of game, and you can say that they're warriors for a game, for a cause, but then another person can look at it and say, well, you're warriors for the billionaires that actually own the teams and own the stadiums.
Yep.
So, you know.
Right. But they don't drive the Bentley that I bought with that season bonus.
Yeah, but you know,
right?
Cano's Native American name means peaceful warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right.
I just wonder what they could do with all that money if we wanted to put it into something else. I'd like to imagine.
Yeah, no doubt. And
What
that's
else?
the thing. A lot of players do give back to certain communities. We don't always see that. We don't always hear that, you know.
Yeah, I'd
it's
like
not,
that.
It's not so much that the owners are doing that, but, you know.
Well, I'd like to hear more discussion in that in like media and stuff like you're saying.
Yeah.
Instead of just being, oh, that's a crazy idea.
I think there's a lot of great talent in our local areas. You go watch college football, you watch local football, support your local musicians and athletes. And I think what we get from our locals is sufficient enough to, entertain our bloodlust.
Yeah, like the Sun Devils.
Such that we could dump $1 trillion in somewhere else into a different, channel.
arena
But that's if we want to,
Well,
That's
I
what
like I like the one football thing they have with girls in bikinis.
Girls in bikinis.
That's
Speaking of girls in
volleyball, Dave.
bikinis.
Okay, we're going to take a commercial break, actually.
When we did that one song, that's kind of what I saw, brother. That's like, I bet you that was an influence. Right?
Yeah, really, huh?
Well, speaking of healing, we're going to give a shout out and we're going to remind everyone we're planning a fundraiser. And hopefully he's watching some comedy relief for Stacy, man.
Here's
my
a nice
nephew-
comment here.
Yeah, right. Hey, pro football is the original reality TV. Thank you, Josh.
At times, yeah,
right,
no
Josh,
doubt.
super.
At times.
Well, Stacy's going to be watching the game. I know my nephew was injured a little bit ago, and you'll see the video Help us as we put this fundraiser together. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. Check it out.
December 31st, 2017, Stacy T. Candelaria was tragically struck by a train in Flagstaff, Arizona. With severe life-threatening injuries, Stacy was rushed to the hospital. As family and friends began to hear of this terrible tragedy, they communicated on social media. Expressing gratitude for the life of his son, Robert Candelaria makes this heartfelt plea on Facebook. Family and friends gather in prayer to support Stacy's recovery. After 8 hours of intensive surgery, doctors have high hopes for Stacy's full recovery. Stacy is in good spirits and has a positive outlook. His road to recovery is going to be a long one, and he needs our help. Let's help make Stacy's recovery be a comfortable one. In the weeks to come, please look out for fundraising efforts and events that you can be a part of. Stacy's family and friends are pulling together to create a wonderful event, and we want you to be a part of it. Let's keep Stacy smiling as we help him with everyday things such as transportation, grocery shopping, doctor's visits, and maintaining a quality of life. Help us keep that smile on Stacy. Find out how you can be a part of this fundraising effort.
In an age of information and technology, you need a way to manage that information. Information management is one of the most important elements in creating a successful life. Don't you worry, we have a solution. Meet Indy, the brand new information management device. And in this world of information and information management, you're gonna need help with that. You need more storage. We have backup with Indy and X. Meet Hex, Indy's friend that will always be there for you. Our Indy and X storage management device is compatible with all software. It's operational in all conditions. Indy and X comes with its own custom housing facility. There's no need to worry about security issues. With the Hell Yes Chihuahua security device, you're sure to be safe anywhere you go. Get the Indian X storage device. Indian X, information storage in an information age.
When I walk in few and fine. Waited a long time just to feel apart. I searched for your kind from the
Richard Bruniger of the Intertribal Golf Association and Club West Golf. Club West Golf has perfect golfing conditions.
This happens at the right time for the right reason.
On location at Club West, Ahwatukee, Arizona. We're ready to play some golf in a luxurious environment. Are you feeling good, Richard?
Always feeling good, Cano.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Definitely. Got that damn artist out here showing us what's real. All right, all the beauty of the nations in the air. Wonderful to be.
like I said from the very start. Where can you take me? What can you see? I see no difference between you and me. Where can you take me? What can you see? There's something sacred in the music we need. We're on our way.
Welcome back to Clan-Destine Live.
All right. So,
Yes. Hello. Hi. All right. So I think we're supposed to be talking about Gem and Jam. Is that correct?
Yes.
Gem and Jam.
That's where we were last week. We weren't here. We were there.
Yeah, so Gem and Jam is a festival that takes place in Tucson during the Gem and Mineral Show. It's a beautiful, beautiful event. Oh, we've got some footage going on.
Oh, yes. So we got to, with Auric Medicine, we do storytelling through our dance. And we got to perform for a couple of the different artists there. One of the performance, our intention was bird totems, and we were each calling in the different bird archetypes. And here we are flocking together.
Yes, with Ialo. Ialo is a local music producer in Phoenix.
Flock, yeah.
Erica, she's amazing.
Yes.
So this was, and then here, this was our late night performance for Charles the First, where we embodied the 7 deadly sins. That was extra sassy and fun.
That was super sass.
Yeah. So this is vanity.
Oh,
there's Fabi. Fabiola isn't here tonight. Shout out to Fabi being a slothy in this video.
She's actually not being slothy right now.
No,
she's hard at work.
Hard at work. Oh, and here's our
groupies.
sisters.
Yes.
So Auric Medicine is a sisterhood of 18 women, and we kind of take over the West Coast with dance and this is Serene sassy video.
I was lust.
She was embodying lust perfectly, divinely.
Whoa. It's on the big screen. Oh, we gotta be kitties for Safi's Lab.
Yeah, Safi's Lab is actually also a local artist. He's from Flagstaff. Casey, awesome guy. This one, we were really bringing back the 20s, but we were doing it as Sassy Kittens. So
Flap Rars.
Yep. Yes, this
Legalized
is,
catnip.
yeah, we had a bunch of catnip and cider and protesting signs on stage.
And we got to perform for Random Rab.
Yes, this was Random Rab. Our intention for this one was to embody the paramitas, or the 6 Buddhist perfections. So this was our sisterhood at sunset.
Yes.
With Random
It
Rab.
was
Shout out to Random Rab.
magic.
Thank you so much.
Perfect.
Yeah,
that was the last set that we got to do. It was super magical. Yeah, it was at sunset.
Yeah, the light was perfect, and it was just so beautiful. Oh,
hi, Fabi! Yes, we love you. We miss
love
you,
Fabi. Oh, this is Serene.
This is diligence and energy.
Energy.
Yep.
And yes, there's.
was a lot of fun, and it's just amazing to be in it and like be there as a performer and not just like enjoying the festival, but like contributing in our own way. Yeah, it was magical, and all the connections and people, everyone's like family. Yeah, it was wonderful.
Yeah, by the way, all I can say is.
Yeah, is that right?
Oh, Fabi, we miss you.
Missing the Fabs.
We
Is it
love
something I
you.
said or something? She mad at us? or
It's
something?
not you.
Something
She
you
mad?
didn't say?
Something I didn't say?
Oh, we love
Yeah.
you, Andrew. Yes. And the Auric Medicine sisters.
Yeah.
We love all of you.
A young guy.
Go to our website, subscribe to our newsletter. If you
Come to our Purple Tent event next Wednesday, February 7th. We're hosting a Purple Tent event at the Soul Center, and that's at 420 Mahoney in East Mesa.
Mahoney.
It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful center created by some wonderful community members, and it's really just all about health and wellness and inspiration.
Spirit
Radio.
on the call.
Oh,
better answer the call when
How
Spirit
do we
calls.
answer the call?
Star.
Wait.
It's
Hello,
not a
how
touch
do we
screen,
answer
you
it?
guys.
I don't
know. I can't remember. He's walking, talking.
This is on camera.
Don't be embarrassed. Everyone needs help with their spirit guidance. You know?
Yep, we gotta ask for help for guidance. Yes.
Radio
okay.
Shack Guru.
Oh man, I'm having interference tonight.
Having some
It's
interference?
that full moon. If you haven't checked it out, I
moon's
suggest you
interfering
go
with
look
your
up.
That's a
spirit
football
radio.
term,
Bring your
running
phone
interference.
No pun intended.
No punt intended.
Oh, no pun. You're really kicking it off tonight.
I guess we're just gonna have to dive really deep to
Mercury
understand the
retrograde?
call.
Yeah, you're going to have to interpret that.
So,
Hope you got
ladies,
enough.
ladies, what is the difference in a purple tent and a red tent? I know what a red tent is. So explain to us, what is a purple tent?
Okay, so the purple tent really allows for both masculine and feminine energy to be brought into that space. And at our particular purple tent, we are going to be doing some healing circles where we talk about self-love and we dive deep into really what that means to each one of us and how we practice that, and if we maybe need some help with that.
Man, I'm with you. I know what a purple
And I think
tent is.
Yeah, you got one right now.
Thank you.
Oh, man. I think this is really awesome that we're starting to do this too, because for a while the red tents have been a thing, and that's been super awesome, having women support women and just like creating that sisterhood, that real tribe of women. Because as this like divine feminine is rising, we have to now bring in the masculine and really kind of like guide the way for that to grow in the way that the sisterhoods have grown. So now it's time for that balance.
Time to unite.
Shakti
Unite.
rising.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shiva
So-
Shakti.
So
Can-
what's the
Yin-yang.
what's the red
Can
tent?
you dig it?
The red tent.
The red tent is all women circles.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it gets pretty red tenty.
Basically, like cycles. and
Also
things
with the
of that
lunar
nature.
cycle, the
Yes,
moon cycle,
yes.
red tent.
And
Okay.
we are now
Okay.
gonna cut to trees, but thanks
Yes.
for talking about all this.
Bringing
and
out
we love
trees.
you.
Just like trees. So deeply rooted.
Just like trees, so deeply rooted. Just like trees, so deeply rooted. Walking by the river, feel the life of the trees. Remember
And we're back. Clandestine Live. I'm trying to get people to start a game out there. Every time I say Clandestine Live in that voice, I don't know, you've got to do something. What's the game, dude? It's health and wellness, so it can't be like, yeah, exactly, see? That's right. You have to take a drink of water every time I say Clandestine Live. Do a push-up. And I've had fun tonight. Yeah. Nacho, thank you for coming tonight, sir. Peter, thank you. Mr. Parr,
Thank you.
I appreciate
Definitely
it,
an
man.
honor.
Having a great night. Is there anything we missed from your taglines, guys? I know we said musicians, genius, tough guy, best guy in the world. What? Did we miss anything, Pete?
Yeah.
Support your local engineers.
Yeah.
They're out there working hard.
That's
Right on.
He's an engineer by trade.
Choo-choo.
Yeah, keep the things going around, right?
Oh, I know one thing we forgot is to. I meant to bring it. But I had this lady beat a beaded thong for Pete here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Custom too.
Custom.
Custom beaded thong. They're on sale.
Really? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Soon.
You can get a duplicate.
Tina Allen.
What's up, Tina?
Hey, just
I know, huh?
ran.
Don't forget, Crow's in the room. Look, he's right in front of that Queensryche poster again. What's up, man?
Queensryche.
All right.
Fabs loves you, Nacho.
Mi amor, ¿en dónde estás?
And it's a wonderful evening, and it's a cool thing when you have people commenting and sending us love. Clandestine Alive, sending positive energy and good vibes out there, helping people feel good. Hopefully for a second when you see a video, when you hear a song, you feel the good vibes and intentions. Look out for us. We're going to be at Ultra Star February 14th. Don't forget to like, comment, and share Clandestine Live. Put it on your Facebook. It's on YouTube. You can see the episodes. We are at Clandestine Live episode 7 right now. We're about to wrap that number 7 up, right?
By the way, if you're in our neighborhood, come down to Ultra Star on February 14th. Man, come check it out. Bring your
We're
best
gonna
lady.
do
Or your
cash,
bring your lady, I mean.
cash karaoke, cash prize karaoke.
Ultra Star. It's dual. Isn't it a dual thing?
Star. Yeah, it is. It's a
duet. I mean,
contest, right?
Yeah.
Duets, cash, karaoke with a
Star.
cash prize on Valentine's Day. There's also a theater
Ultra Star
and a movie promotion. We're going to be doing virtual reality. And I think it's time to say goodnight. It's time to say goodnight, Des.
By the way, with
Yeah.
that big moon outside right now, good night
Yes,
to the
go
moon.
take a
That's
look
the name of
at
this
it.
song.
She always knew her father, but he never was daddy. Raised up by her auntie, never knew how to be. She remembers as a kid, her mom would tell her, be proud you are Sioux, live the native way. Her grandma would say, be grateful for time, use your mind, follow native way. Say goodnight to the moon as the day turns over. Goodnight to the moon and not a new day starts. Say goodnight to the moon, a day never is over. Goodnight to the moon, a day never is done. Goodnight. Say goodnight to the moon as the day turns over. Goodnight to the moon, midnight, a new day starts. Say goodnight to the moon, a day never is over. Goodnight to the moon, a day never is done. Good night. Say good night. Good night. Say good night. Say good night to the moon as the day turns over. Good night to the moon, midnight, a new day starts. Say good night to the moon, a day never is over. Good night to the moon, a day never is done. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Don't forget to like, share, follow Clan-Destine Live.
Like, share, follow that.
Clan-Destine Live.
Every Thursday at
episode
8:30.
7.
Mojakas? Come on, Mojakas.
Some Mojakas. All those Mojakas over there better like, share, follow this band. They better, cause we ain't going away. Oh no, 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 no. Like, Charlotte, like, follow. Better like that follow. Like, follow, share, Clan-Destine Live.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Follow Your Bliss Media. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, everyone, for helping us. Clan-Destine Live.
Just like trees, so deeply rooted. Just like trees, so deeply rooted. From a faraway country, don't know if I can make it work round, round, round. We're gonna be there soon. We're gonna be there soon. I know, I know, I know. Long dogs go through the line. Words spoken out. Sometimes so hard to keep your head.
Are you feeling good tonight? Let's go live.
We've been out searching with our hearts. It's not about money, it's not about fame, it's not about power, it's love is our true aim. And if we go wrong playing, when will we make it right?
Boy, it's a little chilly out here. Here I am with the ladies of Auric Medicine, trying to stay warm. It's the first of many blanket interviews with Clan-Destine Live. How you feeling tonight?
Warmer now. Warmer now. I'm feeling the body heat all around. It's nice and cozy.